Okay, hello everyone, and thanks just for watching. Guys, today we're going to look at data displays, three different kinds. We already looked at the box and whisker plot. Okay, so it's only two more. The histogram and the dot plot. Okay? So again, today's kind of objective or our goal here for the day. Use three types of data displays to describe a set of data. And we're going to use Desmos, okay? And we'll use Desmos to help us. Again, we're looking at the dot plot, the box and whisker plot, and the histogram. Today's essential question, you're all going to need this for the assessment, okay? How should we display a given set of data? Okay, y'all, look at, if we're given a set of data, we want to describe the characteristics of that data. All right, it's just a bunch of numbers. We're staring at it. What does it tell us? All right, putting it in a data display and different types of displays will reveal some information about the data that can help us in our planning process if we're in a business or something like that. Again, we use different methods to display data. It depends on the questions we're trying to ask. What do we need to know from this data? All right, again, the three data displays we're covering today, the dot plot, the histogram, and the box and whisker plot. As a dot plot, it looks like this. All right, every single data point is shown. You just put a dot above each one, and if there's another one, you put it above. All right, a dot plot shows every value in the set of data. It shows everything, the clusters, the gaps, and the outliers. Guys, an outlier is a point that's far away from all the others, okay? And I think that's one of the vocabulary words for today, all right? An outlier is a point that's far away from all the others. Guys, a box and whisker plot, we've already looked at it. So I'm going to go through this real quick. If you remember, it divides the data into four quadrants, all right? Four equal quadrants, and by equal I mean the same number of data points is in each quadrant. Clearly shows the median and that interquartile range, half of the values, it shows kind of that range inside there, and it does show the entire range too. And it displays the 5-number summary. And we're not going to go through all this because we've already done it. But very important, this last sentence down here. The exact value of the mean, the average, it cannot be determined from a box and whisker plot. All right, remember the box and whisker plot displays the median, the point in the middle. All right, when the set is listed in order from least to greatest. That's the median. The mean, or the average, each of the data values, you have to add them up and then divide by how many values there are in the set. Again, box and whisker plot, 25% of the data is below the first quadrant, 50% is below the median, 75% is below that third quadrant. And we've already looked at that. All right, it measures the range, the maximum minus the minimum, the interquartile range. All right, those are the two measures of spread that you can get from a box and whisker plot. The median is the measure of center, or of central tendency. As a histogram looks like this. It's kind of like a bar chart. All right, so a histogram looks like it uses intervals. It does not show the individual values. It's organized into intervals, like a bins from here to here. All right, each bar in a histogram, it displays the frequency, the number of times that a data point occurs within that interval, or that, little range, you can almost call it. Bucket or bin, sometimes they call it. All right, like from 5 to 10, something like that. From 50 to 100, something like that. Again, histograms do not display individual values within each interval. It's just how many are in the whole interval. Right? So you cannot determine exactly the minimum or maximum values from a histogram. And you cannot determine the exact mean or median from a histogram. All right, but histograms are pretty cool. You learned about them in 7th grade, I'm sure. They're a good way to display kind of the shape of the data. Right? A dot plot takes a while. You have to put every point in there. A histogram may be a quicker way to get the shape. All right? All right, the big question, guys, and the thing I want you to understand, in particular for the exit ticket today, which display should I use when? All right, if I need to know about an individual data point, use a dot plot. Like how many times does the 7 occur exactly? Or how many points are above 7 exactly? If I need to know that, I need to use a dot plot to display my data. If I want to divide the data into quadrants, all right, and identify the median, of course, use a box and whisker plot. If I want to know, let's see, 75% of the scores here on my test are greater than what value? All right, in this case, 400. 75% is greater than 400. All right, 3 quadrants above. Only 1 quadrant is below 400. If you need to know how many data values occur in an interval, all right, like how many trees are between 70 and 75 feet high, I want to know that. Those are the ones we're going to cut down for Christmas trees or whatever. All right, it's a pretty big Christmas tree. All right, guys, what's next? Go ahead and complete the homework assessment in the purple folder, as always. Right after the video, guys, while you just took it, I just gave you the answers. All right? And get ready for the vocabulary warm-up in class. Again, I'm hoping that some of you are willing to do a couple. Just come up there and read a couple the way I did it, okay? You'll get credit for it. Everyone has to do one. Has to do it once before the end of the try. So here's the 5 words right there that are going to be in the vocabulary. That's the warm-up, again, for hopefully class tomorrow if you're watching this, all right? All right, that's it, y'all. Look, thanks just for watching. I appreciate it.